Achille Silvestrini. Achille Silvestrini, 25 October 1923, 29 August 2019, was an Italian cardinal of the Catholic Church. He served in the Vatican diplomatic corps, either in Rome or abroad, from 1953 to 1990, and later as prefect of the Congregation for the Oriental Churches from 1991 to 2000. Early life and ordination. Bishop and diplomat. Silvestrini was appointed Secretary for Relations with States of the Secretariat of State on 4 May 1979 and assigned the titular see of Novelliciano with the title of Archbishop. On 27 May 1979, he was consecrated a bishop by Pope John Paul II. He worked for the next 5 years on the revision of the Lateran Treaty on its 50th anniversary and signed a revised treaty that reflected the rapid secularization of Italy since the 1960s. He was involved in a number of other concordats between the Vatican and other countries, most notably in the Falklands War of the early 1980s and the war in Nicaragua. Cardinal. On 28 June 1988, Silvestrini was created Cardinal Deacon of the titular Church of San Benedetto Fuori Porta San Paolo. On 24 May 1991, he was appointed Prefect of the Congregation for the Oriental Churches and, on 3 April 1993, Grand Chancellor of the Pontifical Oriental Institute. He retired from both of those positions on 25 November 2000. In 1993, he visited film director Federico Fellini on his deathbed and presided at his funeral mass. In May 2001, when a consistory of cardinals discussed the role and performance of the Synod of Bishops, Silvestrini was among the critics. He called them monologues without debate or response. He was present at the death of Pope John Paul II. In the days before the conclave that elected Pope Benedict XVI, he said the next pope needed to address the relationship between the pope and the world's bishops. He said, more than divisions, there is a feeling of distance. The bishops feel a little far from what is happening in Rome. He proposed the creation of an elected consultative council of bishops to promote collegiality between them and the Pope and the Roman Curia. In 2010, he provided his assessment of the actions during World War Roman II of Pope Pius Roman XII, with whom he worked for many years beginning just after the war. He said, in that tragic period, Pius was concerned about the Germans leaving Rome in peace and respecting its sacred character. It was not a choice against the Jews, because the Pope believed that a gesture of protest would have been counterproductive. At the same time, however, he worked to see that as many Jews as possible were sheltered in churches and Catholic institutions. Pius Roman XII considered what had happened to the Dutch bishops a warning not to do the same. The Dutch episcopacy had written a letter that condemned the merciless and unjust treatment reserved for the Jews. 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 The intentions were the best, but the results were disastrous. Tris. Ventris. Ventris. Tris. Ventris. Oh. So. So. It was precisely the country where priests and bishops most vocally denounced the anti-Jewish persecutions that had more deportations than any other nation of Western Europe. Following the election of Pope Francis in 2013, he said the Catholic Church needs to start from the Second Vatican Council, from all that has not yet been implemented and must still be accomplished. He called the work of the Council and the plans of Pope John Roman XXIII an unfinished task and said the Church needs a new language to talk to humanity today, and in particular to the new generations, and to give adequate answers to modernity. He was chair of the Collegia Universitario Fondazione Comuni di Domenico Tardini, which was founded in 1946 to support war orphans. Papal elections. In the 1990s, Silvestrini was mentioned as a successor to Pope John Paul Roman II in the secular press, though Vatican observers, such as Thomas J. Rees, noted that his advanced age made his election unlikely. Silvestrini was one of about a dozen like-minded cardinals and bishops who met annually from 1995 to 2006 in St. Gallen, Switzerland, to discuss reforms with respect to the appointment of bishops, collegiality, bishops' conferences, the primacy of the papacy, and sexual morality. They differed among themselves, but shared the view that after turning 80 in October 2003, Silvestrini was a principal critic of the rule that only cardinals under the age of 80 can vote in a conclave. He called it one of the unhappy reforms of Paul VI. Too old to participate in the 2005 conclave to choose the successor of John Paul Roman II, he was nevertheless a vigorous opponent of Ratzinger's election. He told reporters to watch Cardinal Cormac Murphy O'Connor, Archbishop of Westminster. Death. Silvestrini died at his home in Vatican City on 29 August 2019 at the age of 95. References